Mason is looking to put this group out of sight with a fourth lift. And he's going to get it, is he? Time's ticking. Not sure Flynn's going to get that. Yes, they've given it to him. Mason gets a fourth. And Mason could go from last to first, just as he did in Milton Keynes, where he started slow, then came on strong.
Road to England's strongest man 2025. Joining me now, fantastic, Dean Mason. Welcome, Dean.
Hello, thanks for having me.
And you're more than welcome. Fourth at England's, fourth UK strongest man.
That's it.
Let's talk a little bit about you. Dean Mason, where are you from?
I'm from Boston, Lincolnshire.
You must be the only person that's ever come out of Lincolnshire, Strongman, aren't you?
Yeah, there's not many of us around here. There's a few strong lads though.
And let's do a shout out to where you train.
Mayhem Gym. Yeah, I train at Mayhem Gym.
Has he got a strongman facility there?
Yeah, got all sorts of strongman stuff there. That's where I actually started my strongman. They had COVID. They opened up and they had some Atlas stones and a card to deadlift. Went and had a go, and that's where I started. And look where I am now. So.
Wow. So was that like a local competition? It was just a competition that they may have put on, or?
They do competitions, but they literally just opened up. They had 2 Atlas stones. They had like a yoke, some farmers. I was like, oh, I'll have a go at the Atlas stone. Picked it up. I was like, oh, that's fun. And then I signed up for a local competition. I think it was 80 kilograms.
Quite heavy for a first Atlas stone.
Yeah. Oh, so I'd never had no experience of any strongman. This was in just after COVID, so 2021.
So let's talk your PBs. Where are you at the moment, and how are you progressing right now?
So I'm working on my deadlifts this year. I just missed out on 400 last year, and I've had a little bit of a niggle with my hammies. I tore both of them, but on the way back up. I'm hoping for my raw, like without a suit, my deadlift is 350, so I'm hoping to beat that at England's.
Okay.
And then end of the year, have a go at going for 400 again.
Wow. Okay. And what about your squat? What do you squat?
Yeah, I don't like squats. I'm not a very good squatter. I've always struggled with that event. My PB was 280. I actually flew over to Netherlands and did a competition where I hit 300 for 2. So I was buzzing with that.
Okay, that's fair enough. And I know this isn't a strongman. This isn't a strongman event, but what's your bench like?
Bench. I had a go at bench last year. It was last year. This was when I tore my hammy actually, so I was like, "Oh, I'll have a go at bench while I can't do anything else." I did 201.
That ain't a bad bench. that ain't a bad bench, Dean. That ain't bad at all.
Well, the gym record was 200. That's why I did 201.
Do you have like a league table in the gym? A lot of them do, don't they? You know, the best bencher.
That's it.
Yeah. Absolutely fantastic. I love it when I look at them league tables. They sort of get me every time. You know, how important is your training partners and everything else around you? Do you have a big network there?
Yeah, well, so there's not a lot of us in Lincolnshire, but there is. We've got a good, nice, tight knit of us at Mayhem Gym, so we all help each other out, and so I couldn't do it without them. They we push each other, helping load the weights, trying different tactics, seeing different things, and yeah, but it's brilliant. Everyone at the gym, not even just a strongman, all of the gym, we're all very supporting. Everyone's helping out, and it's brilliant.
What's been your biggest challenge so far in the 5 years you've been in a strongman?
I say the biggest challenge I think is just being able to stay consistent. There's always little niggles here and there. Touch wood, I've never had a big injury. It's always been little things here and there. So the hardest thing is just staying consistent. Obviously, we all have times where you get up in the morning and you can't bother to get up and go. Because I go to the gym at 6 a.m. every morning. I get up and I struggle to go, but I get up and I go. So that's probably the hardest bit, just making sure I stay consistent.
Let's delve into one of your sessions, Dean. What does it look like How do you split your training up?
So I train 4 times a week. Mondays I do my deadlifts and my back. That's what I did this morning. And then Tuesdays and Wednesdays I'll do my shoulders. Thursdays I'll do legs, all leg stuff, or some event stuff. And then Saturdays is a 4 or 5 hour session where we just do all sorts of events. Lots of talking, but lots of events.
No, that's good. Funny enough, a lot of strongmen have described it as almost like the new school of going down the pub. It's sort of an event session. You're standing round. You're having a moan
That's
up.
exactly it.
World of rights.
When the lads say, "Oh, you have to come to the pub," I'm like, "If you want to see me, my new pub is at the gym, so you have to come and have a session with me."
What is your favourite event?
Stones. I've always liked Stones. I think it's just a classic strongman event.
Dean Mason absolutely smashing it. Fourth stone already in under 20 seconds. That is some performance from him, going for the fifth, and I fancy Dean Mason can do this. Liam Hayton still got a bit of work to do, and it's again Dean Mason, 30.67 seconds. That puts him in the lead in this Atlas Stone event.
I've done quite well on stones. There's been a couple of slip-ups. UKs, I didn't manage my tackle very well, so a learning curve. Learned a lot of UKs that are hopefully going to push me to that podium at England's.
So since you've done England's, you've gone on to UK's, how's that experience? How are you finding that experience now? Are you finding that it's a big learning curve for you?
Oh, definitely. Learned so much at England's and even more at UK's. Just being in an arena, the heat, the speed, the timings, the food, and obviously UK's over multiple days. So how you manage your time afterwards, after a day of competing and getting ready to prepare for the next day. So yeah, learned so much, and say everyone was so helpful as well. All the experienced strongman was like Flynn and Paul Smith and Paddy. They was all offering advice and being very helpful.
How do you sleep? Do you sleep well before a competition?
I normally sleep not too bad. I've sometimes have a little whiskey, little nightcap to help me sleep.
Even on a comp day?
Only a little bit. But I'll have plenty of food and put myself into a food coma and make sure I'm out. I'm normally up pretty early though, nervous, because I'm so anxious I'm going to miss my alarm. Like, what time is it? 5 o'clock. Good time.
At 5 o'clock, you got to be tired. You won't see me down there at breakfast at 5 o'clock. That's for sure. Let's talk inspirations now. Who inspires you as a strongman, and who inspired you to get into strongman?
So there was no big inspiration to get me into strongman. It was, say, Mayhem Gym opening up and just going in and having a go with the equipment.
Wow.
Well, I'd say I got multiple inspirations. I went onto the social medias and had a look at all the. I think I saw Andrew Flynn competing at England's on telly, and I was like, "Wow, that's cool." Never expecting to get there. And then obviously people like Eddie All the Beast and the Thor and Big Z and all the big. And seeing Tom Stoltman take titles for World's Strongest Man for the first time, and just watching how they train, how they interact with each other, and just across the lot, just seeing all of them, just picking up points and bits everywhere.
Highlight in the sport so far?
Highlights. Just coming out UK strong to that crowd. I hit a pretty good deadlift, 340. I feel myself fatigued, and I was just about to go, and I thought, right, come on, and I got the crowd all G'd up, and I wouldn't have lifted that if I didn't have that crowd there, and it really got me going. And lifting that and holding it top, yes, that's pretty good highlight. That I really felt that one.
I was reminded today. I was talking to Glenn about interviewing you. And he said to remind you that you beat Paul Smith in incline log.
I did.
You did, yeah. I mean, how did that feel to take that? To take a scalp like Paul?
I was watching him. I was saying I knew he's a good presser, so to be able to beat him at that was fantastic. And I'm going to beat him again in England.
I like a bit of fighting talk. Let's talk that a second. Let's move on to England's 2025. How's the training gone so far?
Yeah, everything's going well. All the events are moving well. I've got some bars, so I've been having to practice with them again. Got a tyre dropped off for me, so I've been having to flip with that. So building my deadlift back up. Stone shoulders, all moving well. Incline log, I think I did 150 for 10 the other day, fairly comfortably. So I've told you, I'm coming for it.
Looking across that arena, who's the one person you'd like to beat?
I would like to beat Paul Smith, because at England's, he beat me by 1 point. And then UK's, he was a couple of points ahead of me in third. So he's just picked me both times. So I'd like to get that one over him on this time.
Paul, watch out.
Watch out, Paul.
Message, yeah.
Have
you got beef with Paul?
No beef. Not yet. Maybe this time.
Where do you honestly feel at the end of the competition?
I'm going to be on that podium at England's this year. Say fourth and fourth. So I'm pushing hard. I'm training hard. I'm sleeping right. I'm eating right. I'm coming for that podium. Hopefully, wow. I'm going to be at the top of that podium.
Wow, that's a big statement.
And do you know what? You've got to go for it, haven't you?
I think you can do it, Dean. You're a bit of a Swiss Army knife when it comes to strongman. You seem to have something for everything. You know what I mean? And listen, Glenn sees it, I see it. You're a big man, big heart, and no reason why you can't get on that podium, and maybe even be on the top spot of that podium. Andrew Flynn's looking good, obviously. Paul, let's not write off anyone, but definitely a contender, that's for sure. Who's going to be coming to support you?
All my family are coming. Unfortunately, I just lost my auntie. She was one of my biggest supporters. She made all my Dean the Machine tops, and they all chant up, Dean the Machine, Dean the Machine. So she'll be there in spirit, I'm sure. And then all my family and friends, my wife and kids will all come in, and then all my friends and Mayhem Gym. And I've had multiple people at work saying they're coming, other people around Boston, so I'll have plenty of support. Watch out, Paul Smith. Watch out, Andy Flynn, because Dean the Machine is coming for the podium. Number 1. Let's go. England's strongest man.
England's strongest man 2025.